Hi guys, my name's Marty from letsbuildwp.com, and I've been using WordPress for over 6 years and teaching it successfully for over 4. Today I'm going to show you how to start your very own blog using WordPress step by step. WordPress is the same platform used by CNN, Forbes, eBay, Sony. We also have Jay-Z and Katy Perry, just to name a few. So you know the blog we're going to be building today is going to be professional. Rather than just talking about it, I'm going to show you. So this is the exact blog we're going to be building today, step by step. I'm going to show you how to add your own logo and change the site colors, such as the background. We can also add an image if we want to. I'm going to show you how to add menus and create different pages, such as an About Us page with an image and text. We're also going to have a contact page, which is going to have a contact form on it, so your visitors can fill out their name, email address, subject, and message. Then when they click send, it's going to be sent to you as an email. I'm going to show you how to get your sidebar looking good here on the right hand side, with different menus and text and images. I'm going to show you how to add these social share buttons as well, so your visitors can click on these buttons and share your blog with their friends. Then on our home page, we're going to have our blog posts with our featured images and a little bit of text about them. Then when we click into our actual blog posts, we're going to have text and images and different header sized text. We're also going to have a comments box at the bottom so your visitors can leave a reply, and the posts will also have share buttons as well. The blog we're going to be building today is also 100% mobile friendly, so if I just make my screen a little bit smaller, this is how your blog's going to look on a tablet. And then if we make it a little bit smaller, you'll see this is how your blog's going to look on a mobile phone. So your blog's always going to rearrange itself in a way that it looks great, no matter what device it's being viewed on. I'm going to show you how to build this blog using WordPress step by step now. Okay, so I've put together a checklist of things we're going to do today to get your blog up and running and looking as good as that one we saw at the start of this video. I'll also cover the cost of anything that isn't free. So the first thing we're going to do is sign up for web hosting. Web hosting is basically a computer that's left on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week with our blog loaded onto it, and that way people can gain access to our blog even when our computer's switched off. Now, web hosting's a little bit more complicated than that, but that's probably the easiest way I can think of to explain it to you. Web hosting is something you will require if you're going to start a self-hosted blog, and will usually cost you around $8 a month. Only I am going to show you a way that will get you your first month hosting for only 1 penny. Then the next thing we're going to do is register a domain name. And a domain name is basically the title of our blog with www before it and .com after it. So for example, Google's domain name is www.google.com. Once again, a domain name is something you will require if you're going to start a blog and will usually cost you around $12. Only we don't pay for our domain name once a month like our hosting, we pay for our domain name once a year. So we pay for our web hosting once a month and our domain name once a year. Then the next thing we're going to do is install WordPress, and this is what we're going to be using to create our blog. Then we're going to change and customize our WordPress theme, which will change the entire look of our blog. Then we're going to add some pages, like an About Us page and our contact page. Then we're going to create a custom menu, which we will add our pages to. And then we're going to start adding our blog posts, and I'll show you how to add text, images, and videos. Then we're going to change a few other settings, and we'll be finished setting up our blog. So as you can see, the total cost to get started, if you remember that I'm going to get you your first month hosting for only 1 penny, is just over $12, which I personally think is pretty awesome, especially whenever the lowest quote I've ever been given for a small WordPress website was $500. So to be able to get your own self-hosted blog up and running for just over $12 is pretty amazing. So as you can see, the first two things we need to do are sign up for web hosting and register a domain name. Lucky for us, we can do both of these things at the same place, which is a website called HostGator.com. So just go ahead and open up your internet browser and go to www.hostgator.com. Or alternatively, you can just click the link below this video. Either way, once you get here, you just want to click where it says web hosting in the top left, and then click choose a plan underneath. Now here are the three plans that HostGator offer, and to be totally honest with you, the business plan comes with a whole load of added extras you probably won't require at this time. So that really just leaves it between the hatchling plan and the baby plan. The only real difference between these two plans is that the hatchling plan allows you one single domain, which is one blog, and the baby plan allows you unlimited domains. So if you're going to have more than one blog, go for the baby plan, but if you're only going to have one blog, I recommend going for the hatchling plan. Once you've decided which plan you're going to go for, using this drop-down menu underneath, we can choose how often we'd like to pay for our hosting. As you can see, you save a bit more money the longer you buy at one time, so that may be something to think about. As I'm only purchasing the hosting for this tutorial, I'm going to set mine to monthly. Then once you've set how often you'd like to pay for it, underneath we can just click sign up now. Now this is where we're going to register our domain name for our new blog. So you just want to type whatever you want as your domain name into this box. So for me, I'm going to type Martie's blog. Then using the drop down on the right hand side, you can choose a different domain extension such as .org or .net. For me, I want the .com, so I'm going to leave it as it is. And as long as your domain name comes up and says added primary, you can carry on. If it comes up and says something different, it means someone else has already registered this domain name and you're going to have to register something else. Once we're happy with our domain name and it says added, underneath it gives us the option to purchase other domain extensions as well as the one we chose here. So you could purchase .com as well as .org or .net or something else. As I only want the .com, I'm going to leave all of these boxes, apart from the one beside .com, unchecked. Then underneath, you'll see here it says Domain Privacy Protection. This is an extra $9.95 a year, and it's really a personal preference. Normally I just uncheck this box and go without it. Then underneath where it says choose a hosting plan, you just want to double check that your package type and billing cycle are both correct. So for me, I choose the hatchling plan and 1 month billing cycle, so these are both correct. Then underneath, you just want to create a username and security pin for use with the site. And then under that, we just need to enter our general billing information, such as our email address and our name. Then on the right hand side, you can choose if you'd like to pay by credit card or PayPal. Then underneath, we'll see here it says add additional services. And these are really just added extras which we can purchase, but same as the domain privacy, I just normally uncheck the boxes. These are really personal preference and you can have a read through them and see if you want any of them. Then underneath, it says here enter a coupon code, and you might see a coupon code already entered in here worth 20 or 25% off. But as I promised you at the start of this video, I'm going to show you how to get your first month hosting for only 1 penny. So instead of the coupon code SNAPPY or whatever's entered in here, you just want to enter 1 penny blogging. So that's number 1, then the word penny, and then the word blogging. So it's all one word, 1 penny blogging. Then if we click validate and scroll down, we'll see here that in the bottom right, we're getting our first month hosting for only 1 penny. We're also getting access to HostGator's 24/7 phone, live chat and email support for free. And HostGator also offer a money-back guarantee that lasts for 45 days. The total amount due is $12.96, so it's just under $13 to get our very own self-hosted blog up and running and online. Once you're happy with everything here, we can just check the box beside where it says I have read and agreed to the terms of service, and then click Checkout Now. Now I'm going to pause the video for a couple of minutes while I fill out my information above, and then I'm going to click Checkout Now and we can carry on together. So if you just want to pause the video, you can fill out your information above, then come back and restart the video and we'll carry on together. Okay, so that's me now back, and I've finished paying for my hosting and my domain name, and I was brought to a page that says thank you for your order. Hopefully you're on the same page too if you're following along at home, and if you are, at this point you just want to open up your email inbox where you should find 2 new emails from HostGator. These emails can take a couple of minutes to come through, so don't panic if they're not there right away, just wait a few minutes. Also check your spam folders because sometimes they can end up in there. These are 2 pretty important emails from HostGator. The first one that says billing contains the information to log into our billing portal, which is actually open here. Then the second email, which is the one we want now, that says your account info, just click into this email and you'll find you've got a link to your control panel, your username and your password. For now, you just want to click the link beside where it says your control panel, and that's going to open up this CPanel login screen. Now we're just going to copy and paste our username and password from this email into the CPanel login screen. Once we've done that, we can click Login, and this is us now logged into the HostGator CPanel where we're going to install WordPress. So you just want to scroll down until you see the heading Software/Services. Then underneath you just want to click on the icon that says Quick Install. Now on the left hand side where it says Popular Installs, just click where it says WordPress. And then on the right hand side, click Install WordPress. Here in this drop down, we're going to choose our domain name that we just purchased. And then the box on the right hand side, just leave this blank. Then for admin email, we're just going to add our email address. Then for blog title, this is going to be the name of our blog. So I'm just going to type Martie's blog. Don't worry too much about this can be changed later. Then for admin user, you could type something like admin or your first name or something like that. The admin user will show up on a few places on your blog, so just make sure it's something you want showing up. Then first name and last name, that's pretty self-explanatory. And then once we're done here, we can just click Install WordPress. This is just an advert, so we can close this. And you'll see up at the top it says your install is running. It only takes a couple of seconds and it'll say your install is complete. Click here to view your notifications. Then here beside where it says view credentials, there's this down pointing arrow. We can just click here and we'll be given a link to our WordPress admin area, our username and a temporary password. It does seem to give the impression that your WordPress installation is going to be ready to log into right away, but this isn't always the case. It normally takes about 10 or 15 minutes, but can take anywhere up to 24 hours for your installation to be ready to log into. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause this video now and wait for 10 or 15 minutes. Then I'm going to click on this link, and once I know that it brings me to the WordPress login screen, I'll restart the video. So you can just pause this video now until you can click on your admin area link and it brings you to a login screen rather than a blank page. Then just restart the video and we'll carry on building our blog together. Okay, so that's me now back, and I've left it about 20 minutes. And now when I click on my link under where it says admin area, it brings me to this WordPress login screen. Once you can click on your admin area link and it brings you to this login screen, you just want to copy and paste your username and password from the quick install page into this login screen. If for whatever reason you've lost access to the quick install page, you will have been sent an email with the same information. So once you've copied and pasted in your username and password, we can just click login, and this is us going to be logging into WordPress for the first time. This is what's known as the WordPress dashboard, and this is where we'll add any pages or posts to our new blog. The first thing I like to do after logging into WordPress for the first time is change my password, because it's very unlikely that I'm going to remember this one. So to change our password, from the dashboard on the left hand side, we just need to click where it says users. Then we can hover our mouse over our username and click edit. Now if we scroll down to the bottom, we'll see here it says generate password, and if we click this button, it's going to generate a new password for us. Now we can delete the text that appears in this box, then we can just type our new password into this box. And when we're happy with our new password, we can click update profile underneath, and that's going to be our new password from now on. Once we've updated our password, if we click on our blog title in the grey bar running along the top, we can see what our blog looks like at the minute. So when you first install WordPress, it comes with some demo content, such as this demo post, and underneath there's a comment, and there's a few menus in the sidebar and things like that. Don't worry if yours looks different, they do change the demo theme every so often, but every other step in this video should be exactly the same. The demo content looks okay, but we're going to be using a different theme and one that looks a whole lot better and a whole lot more like the one we saw at the start of this video. So to change our theme, we just need to head back over to our dashboard by clicking our site title at the top. I do just want to point out before we change our theme that this grey bar running along the top is only visible to us when we're logged in, and our visitors won't see it. So to change our theme, from the dashboard on the left hand side, we just need to click where it says Appearance. And here we're going to see the themes that we already have installed on our site. The theme we were just looking at there is called 2015, and as you can see, it's active on my site. To add a new theme, we just need to click up at the top where it says Add New. Then we can search through the featured, popular, or latest themes. Because we already know which theme we're going to install, we can just click in the top right where it says Search Themes, and then we're going to type SoSimple, SoSimple. Then you'll see this theme appear, and we just need to hover our mouse over it and click Install. WordPress is going to install the theme automatically. We just need to click here where it says Activate. Once the theme's been activated, we can click here where it says Visit Site, or click our site title in the grey bar running along the top. As you can see, changing the theme has changed the entire look of our website, and it now looks a whole lot closer to the look we're going for. That's one of the main things I love about WordPress, is the fact that changing the theme can change the entire look of your website in literally 2 minutes. Now that we've changed our theme, we're just going to get rid of our demo content, such as this demo post and this page. To do that, we just need to head back over to our dashboard by clicking our site title at the top. Then to delete the sample post, we just need to click where it says Posts on the left hand side. Then here where it says Hello World, this is the demo post. So just hover your mouse over where it says Hello World, and then we can click Trash. Now we're going to do the same thing for the demo page, so just click where it says Pages on the left hand side. Then hover your mouse over where it says Sample Page and click Trash. There are also things called plugins, and there are a few demo plugins installed as well. Just click on the left hand side where it says Plugins, then check this box up at the top to select all of the plugins and change this drop down to Deactivate. Then we can click Apply, and that's going to deactivate all of the plugins. Then we can check the same box again and change the drop down to Delete. Then when we click Apply, it's going to ask us, are we sure? Just click Yes, and that's going to delete all of the plugins. Now when we visit our site, if we just click our blog title at the top, we'll see that there's nothing found, there are no posts and no pages. So now that we've updated our theme, I just want to open up our checklist and we can see what we've done and see what we still need to do. So we've signed up for our web hosting and we've registered a domain name. We've installed WordPress, and now we've changed our theme and deleted our demo content. The next thing we're going to do is customize our theme a little bit and then add some pages such as our About Us page and our Contact page. So to customize our theme, we just need to click here up at the top where it says Customize, and we'll see on the right hand side a live preview of our site, and then on the left hand side a few different options. So the first option we have here is Site Identity, and if we click on this, we'll see we can change our site title, our tagline, and we can change our site icon. So our site title is here, and this is literally our blog title. Then our tagline is the line of text underneath that at the minute just says just another WordPress site. Then our site icon, also known as a favicon, is the little icon that will appear beside your site title in your internet browser. So as you can see here up at the top, this is the icon for HostGator. Then this is the site icon for Gmail. Then this is the site icon for the quick install page. And ours just has a blank page because we haven't set one. So the first thing we'll do is we'll change our site title. So I'll just change it from Martie's blog to Martie's amazing blog, just to show you in the preview. So here, Martie's amazing blog. Then tagline, I'm going to say learning how to build a blog together. So it just updates in the live preview on the right hand side, and all we need to do once we're happy is click Save and Publish up at the top. That's going to save our changes and make them go live. Now underneath for site icon, we can click Select File, then in the middle click Select Files, and we can search for our favicon or site icon on our computer. Now a favicon image needs to be ICO format, so you can't just use a normal image, but I will link to a video of mine in the description underneath that will show you how to create a favicon image out of an image you already have for free. So just check out that video to create your own favicon, and then to add it, you'll see here, this is my favicon. You just need to click on it and then click Open. On the right hand side we can set a title and alternative text for SEO, and once we do that we can click Select, and if it needs cropped we can crop it or click Skip Cropping. Now in the preview it looks really blurry here on the left hand side, but if we look up at the top it looks perfect. So we now have a site icon, we've changed our site title and our tagline. Just remember to click Save and Publish up at the top to save our changes. And now we can click this back pointing arrow in the top left to go back to this page. And if we click into the next section which says Logo, we can change our blog's logo. The logo will replace our site title and tagline, but you still want to set those because that's what's going to show up in the search engines. To upload our logo, we just need to click here where it says Select Image, then click Upload Files in the top left and select Files in the middle. And when we find it, just click on it and click Open. Then same as the site icon, we can change the title and alternative text for SEO, and then just click Choose Image underneath. You'll see here it shows up automatically in the preview and replaces the site title and the tagline. Once we're happy with our logo, we can click Save and Publish up at the top to save our changes. If you don't already have a logo, I'll link to another video of mine in the description below that'll show you how to create a simple logo like this one for free. Once you've saved your changes, we can just click the back button. Then we're going to click into the next section, which is colors. Here we can change the header text color, which will only matter if we're not using a logo. So you would just click Select Color. Then we can select what color we want our header text to be. Once we've changed our header text, we can change our background color in the same way. Just click Select Color and then choose which color you would like as your background. You won't see it show up in the preview, but it will show up on either side of your blog and above the header. What I'll do is I'll change my background color. I'll just make it black for the example and click Save and Publish. Then I'm going to click the X in the top left to get out of the preview, and we'll see here that my background is now black. So this is the area that's going to change color if you change your background color. I'm just going to change it back to the default. I just wanted to show you for the example. To get back to the customization options, I just need to click Customize in the gray bar running along the top. Then I'm going to click into Colors. And under Background Color, I'm going to click Select Color and then Default. That's just going to put it back to the default site color. Then once we're happy with our colors, we can click Save and Publish. Then just click the back button to go back to the previous screen. Now header image, we can't actually change this. This just shows up automatically. But this theme instead has the logo section. So we've already changed our header image here where it says logo. So we can just ignore the header image section. And then here where it says background image, we can change our background in the same way as we changed our logo. We just need to click Select Image, Upload Files in the top left, and then Select Files in the middle. Then we just click on our background image and click Open. We can change our title and alternative text for SEO purposes, and then click Choose Image. Once again, same as the color, we're not going to see it in the preview, but if I click Save and Publish up at the top, then click the X in the top left, we'll see here that the background has changed. Once we're happy with our background, you just need to remember to save your changes up at the top, or you can change a few options below to make your image look better. Then once we're happy with our background image, we just need to hit the back pointing arrow. Then the next two sections, menus and widgets, we can leave these alone for now. So just make sure you save your settings, and then we can click the X in the top left, and we'll see how our blog looks now. So this is our new background image, and we've got our logo. The next thing we're going to do is start adding pages to our blog. So the first page we're going to add is our About Us page, where we're going to add some information about ourselves along with an image. So to add a page to our blog, we just need to head back over to the dashboard by clicking our blog title at the top. Then on the left hand side, we just need to click Pages, and then up at the top, click Add New. That's going to bring us here, which is the main page editor in WordPress. This is where we'll create our pages and add any text or images. So up at the top where it says Enter Title here, we can literally just enter the title we want for our page. So in this example, as it's the About Us page, I'm going to make it About Me. Once you've given your page a title, you can click in this larger box underneath, and this is where we're going to add any text or images to our page. You can literally just type any text you want to appear in your page with your keyboard, but to save some time in the example, I'm just going to paste in some text that I already have copied. Once you've typed any text in here, you can change your text to be bold or italics using these icons here. We can also add different headings by clicking this icon on the far right, which whenever we hover over it says Toolbar Toggle. If you click on this, a second row of icons will appear. Now if I was to type something like example text, I can just highlight this text with my mouse, and then using this drop down menu here, I can change the size of the text using one of the different heading options. So if I change it to heading 2, we'll see here in the example that the text is now larger. There are a few other options as well here, and they're pretty similar to something like Microsoft Word or something like that. Once we've added any text to our page, we can also add an image. And to do that, we just need to first decide where on the page we're going to add our image. So for me, I'm going to add it in the top left of the page. So I'm going to click right at the start of the text with my mouse. Then up at the top, we just click the Add Media button. Upload files in the top left, and then select files in the middle. Now we can just search for the image on our computer, and when we find it, we can just click on it and click Open. Same as always, we can add title text and alternative text for SEO purposes. Then in the bottom right, we'll see some different options: alignment, link to, and size. So for alignment, we can choose left, center, right, or none. I'm going to set mine to left. Then link to, I suggest setting to none. Then size, I'm going to see what it looks like as medium, but we can choose between thumbnail, medium, and full size. Once we're happy with these options, we can just click here at the bottom where it says Insert into Page, and we'll see our image show up in the live preview. Now it seems to give the impression that this image is going to take up the same amount of space as the text on the right hand side, but this isn't always the case. To check how our image looks, we can just click in the top right where it says Preview to preview how our page is going to look. As you can see, it only takes up about a quarter of the space, and then the paragraph goes around it. So we can see here our About Me page now has an image and some text. Then here's our heading text, and everything's looking pretty good. Once we're happy with our page, we can just close the preview and then click Publish here on the right hand side, and our page will go live. Then up at the top we can just click here where it says View Page, and we can check out our new page on our blog. So here's my About Me page with my image and my text and my header. And up at the top we'll see here it now says About Me in the menu as well. So if we click our blog logo or our site title to go back to our home page, we'll see that we don't have any blog posts. But when we click here where it says About Me, we'll now see our new About Me page. We're now going to add a second page, and this page is going to be our Contact Us page, where we're going to add a contact form. This way our visitors will be able to send us an email and get in contact. So once again, we just need to head back over to our dashboard by clicking our site title at the top. Then on the left hand side, just click where it says Pages, and up at the top, click Add New. Once again, we can just give our page a title. So for this one, I'm going to call it Contact Me. Then underneath, we can type any text that we want to appear on our Contact Us page. Once again, I'm just going to paste in some text that I've already copied, although I don't want this much text to appear, so I'm going to delete some of it. Once you've typed a little bit of text, we can hit return on our keyboard. And say for example you wanted to add a link to your Facebook page or your Twitter profile or something like that, we can just type a line of text that says something like, "You can also find me over on Facebook." Then if we just highlight the word Facebook or whatever words we're wanting to turn into a link, we can click this icon at the top that looks like a chain link, and then enter our Facebook or Twitter URL or any other web page URL into this box. For the example, I'm just going to link to Facebook itself. Then underneath, if you're going to link to another website other than your own, I recommend checking this box beside where it says Open Link in a new window /tab, and that way your website will always remain open in the background and your visitors will still be able to come back to your site. Once you've added the URL of your Facebook or Twitter page or whatever page you're wanting to link to, and check the box beside where it says Open Link in New Tab, we can just click Add Link, and here you'll see it's now blue and it's underlined. Whenever we publish our page, this will now be a clickable link that will open up that website in a new tab in your visitor's browser. We are going to add a contact form to this page, but we're going to come back and do that in a few minutes. So for now, just on the right hand side, click Publish. We can click up at the top to view our page, and we'll see that we have our title and our text. Then here it says you can also find me over on Facebook, and this is now a clickable link that will open up Facebook in a new tab. You can also see at the top it says Contact Me in the menu, so we can click About Me and we'll have our About Me page. Then we can click Contact Me and we'll have our Contact Us page. Now say for example you wanted these two pages to appear the other way around, or you wanted to add a link to your home page, because not everyone knows that clicking on your logo will bring them to your home page. To do this, we need to create what's known as a custom menu, and we're going to do that now. So we just need to head back over to our dashboard by clicking our blog title at the top. Then on the left hand side we can click Appearance, and under that click Menus. The first thing we need to do is click Create a New Menu at the top, and then we're going to give our menu a name. So for this example, I'm just going to call it main menu. And once you've given it a title, we can click create menu on the right hand side. Now on the left, you'll see here we have a list of our pages. And if we click underneath where it says posts, it's going to expand this box. And if we had any, we would see a list of our posts. We can also add custom links and categories. If for whatever reason you don't see one of these boxes showing up, you can just click up at the top right where it says screen options, and then just make sure the box beside it is checked. So as you can see, we can also add tags to our menu. So if I check that box beside where it says tags, underneath you'll now see we have a box that says tags. So to add our pages to our menu, we just need to click where it says pages, then check the box beside our two new pages and click add to menu. You'll now see them appear here on the right hand side in a list. We're also going to add a link to our home page, and to do that we're going to use custom links. So just click here where it says custom links. Then for link text we can type home or something like that. Then for the URL we're going to leave the HTTP and the 2 forward slashes, and after the 2 forward slashes we're going to enter the domain name that we purchased. So for me it's going to be martiesblog.com. Once you've added your domain name in here after the 2 forward slashes and added some link text, we can click here where it says add to menu, and it's going to add that link to our menu. The order of this list from top to bottom is going to be left to right in our menu. So because I want the home page to appear at the start of my menu, I'm going to click and drag the home box up to the top. Then I want it to be my About Me page, so I'm going to click and drag that into the middle. And then I want my Contact Me page to be at the end, so I'm going to leave it where it is. Once you've arranged your menu, you just want to make sure that none of your menu items are over to the right hand side. As you'll see, it says sub item. You want to make sure they're all level and over to the left hand side. A sub item is whenever you're wanting to create a drop down menu, and we're not wanting to do that. So just make sure they're all level and over to the left hand side. Once we've got them in the order we want them, underneath beside where it says theme locations, we just want to check the box beside where it says primary menu, and then in the top right we can click save menu. Now when we visit our blog by clicking our site title at the top, we'll see that our new menu is on our website. We have our About Me page, our Contact Me page, and we now have this home button that brings us back to the home page. So now that we've added a few different pages and created our custom menu, we're now going to go back to our contact page and add our contact form. To do that, we're going to be using what are known as plugins, and plugins are basically extra functionality that we can download internally through WordPress that will add extra things like contact forms or share buttons to our blog. To add plugins to our blog, we just need to click our blog title at the top to head back over to the dashboard. Then on the left hand side, click where it says plugins, and up at the top, click add new. Now here, just like themes, we can search through the different featured, popular, or recommended plugins, but because we already know the name of the plugin we're going to be searching for, we can just click on the search bar in the top right. The plugin that we're going to be searching for is called Contact Form 7, so you just want to type that into the search bar. That's Contact Form, then the number 7. Once you type it in, just hit enter on your keyboard to search. It should be this first one here, and you just want to click Install Now. Once it's been installed, we just click Activate Plugin, and the plugin's now going to be active on our site. On the left hand side in the dashboard, you'll now see it says Contact, and if we click here, we'll see here it says Contact Form 1. This is a contact form that they already have set up for us, and it's going to work in most cases. It asks for the visitor's name, their email address, the subject of their message, and then has a box for them to enter their message. So to add this form to our page, we just need to click here underneath where it says shortcode, and we need to copy this line of code. Just right click with your mouse and copy. Now we're going to head back over to our pages by clicking pages on the left hand side. Now we're going to hover over our Contact Us page and click Edit. Then once we're in the main page editor, we can just click at the end of our text and hit return on our keyboard. We could then maybe add a heading before our contact form that says something like, just fill out the form below. We just need to highlight this text and change it to a heading using this drop down. Then we can hit enter on our keyboard again. And now we're going to paste in the shortcode that we copied from the contact page. This code represents our contact form and it's going to show up when the page is live. So once we've added our contact form to the page, we can just click update on the right hand side to update our contact page. Now if we scroll up to the top and click view page and scroll down to below our text, we'll see here's our header that says just fill out the form below, and then here's our new contact form. So as I said, it asks for your visitor's name, their email address, the subject of their message, and their message. Then underneath there's a button to send. So that's how you add a contact form to your different pages. And the next thing we're going to do is change what's known as our blog sidebar. If you look on the right hand side, you'll see here it says search, then recent comments, archives, and things like that. This is known as your blog sidebar, and we change that using what are known as widgets. So to change our sidebar using widgets, we need to head back over to our dashboard by clicking our blog title at the top. Then on the left hand side, click where it says Appearance, and under that, click Widgets. So I'm just going to open up my blog in a new window so I can show you a little better. Here we have Search, Recent Comments, Archives, and Categories. Then if we go over to the widget area here, we have Search, Recent Posts, Recent Comments, Archives, and Categories. The reason recent posts didn't show up here is because we don't actually have any yet. It's going to show up once we start adding posts. So changing the order of our sidebar widgets is almost the same as our menu. We just need to click and drag them into a different position. So as you can see, if I bring categories up to the top and we go over here and refresh the page, we'll see the categories now appears at the top above the search bar. So the first thing we're going to do is get rid of the ones we don't want, which are meta, archives, and categories. So here on the widgets screen, to delete one of the widgets, so for example here, meta, we just need to click on the box to expand it and then click underneath where it says delete. Now if we go over here to our blog and refresh the page, we'll notice that the meta section is now gone. We're now just going to do the same thing for categories. So just click on the box to expand it and click delete, and then do the same thing for archives. Now when we go over to our blog and refresh the page, we're just left with search and recent comments, but we know that recent posts will show up soon once we start adding some. We can also add other widgets to our sidebar by clicking and dragging the available widgets into our sidebar. So here on the left hand side under available widgets, we'll see a whole bunch of different widgets that we can add to our sidebar. So here, custom menu, if we click and drag that into our sidebar at the bottom, we can change the title if we want to. So we could just type something like main menu. Then we can select our main menu from this drop down list and click save. Now when we go over to our blog and refresh the page, we'll see that our main menu is now at the bottom of the sidebar. We can also add some interesting text about ourselves by dragging in the text widget. And here we can give it a title. And then just type any text that we want to appear. Then when we click save and we visit our blog and refresh the page, we'll see that our interesting text shows up in the sidebar. If we just go back over to our widget area, we can click on this box to close it, and if we scroll up to the top, we'll notice that recent posts is appearing above the search bar. So I'm just going to drag the search bar to the top. So whenever we start adding posts here, the search bar is still at the top. So it's going to be the search bar, then recent posts, then recent comments, and then the rest of them. To add images to our sidebar, we need to install a plugin. So just make sure everything's saved here. Then on the left hand side we can click plugins, and up at the top click add new. Now the plugin we're going to be searching for is called Image Widget, so just type those two words into the search bar and hit return on your keyboard to search. Widget is spelled W-I-D-G-E-T. It should be this one here by Modern Tribe, and you just want to click install now, and once it's been installed click activate plugin. Now if we go back to our widget area by clicking appearance on the left and widgets underneath, we'll see here that we now have this image widget. So we can click and drag this into position. Now we just need to click select an image. Then we can click upload files in the top left, select files in the middle, and search for the image we're going to use on our computer. Then we can click open. And once it's loaded, we just click insert into widget. And if we scroll down, here we can change the title of the widget area. So I'm just going to change this to say my image. Then here's where we can add our alternative text for SEO. We can also add in a link URL. So if we wanted this image to link to a different website, we can just enter that link in here. Then change the drop down menu here to open that link in a new window. We can also change the size and alignment of the image. But no matter how large we make the image, it's always going to be the right size to fit in our sidebar. Once we're happy with our different options, we can just click save. Then when we visit our blog and refresh the page in a new window, we can see that our image shows up in the sidebar underneath our recent comments. So now that we've got our sidebar the way we want it, we've created our different pages and our menu, changed our site colors. The one thing left to do, and probably the most important, is start adding blog posts to our blog. To do that, we just need to head back over to our dashboard. So I'm going to close this. This is just the preview window. Then from the dashboard on the left hand side, we can click posts, and up at the top click add new. The process of adding posts is really similar to that of adding pages. We can just enter our post title in here. So I'm going to type my first blog post. Then in the main content area, we can type or paste any text that we want to appear in our post. Then once we've added our text, we can also add different headings. Then with posts, we have what are known as featured images. So if you just scroll down to the bottom, on the right hand side, you'll see here it says set featured image. The featured image is what's going to appear on the home page beside your post title, and it's also going to appear at the top of your post. So just click here where it says set featured image, then upload files in the left and select files in the middle. Now we can select the featured image we want to use for our blog post and click open. Same as always, we can add a title and alternative text for SEO purposes, and then just click set featured image. We're going to see the image appear here in the preview, but we're not going to see it appear on our post until we preview or publish it. On the right hand side, you'll also see the ability to add tags. So to add tags to your post, we can just type our tags into this box and hit return on our keyboard or click the add button. We can also add our posts to different categories. To do that, we just need to click underneath where it says add new category. Then we can type our new category in here and click underneath where it says add new category. You'll see here in the list of our available categories that it's now been added to the new one. Then once we've added our categories, we can scroll up to the top, and here where it says screen options, if you just click here and check the box beside where it says discussion, we can now scroll down to below the main content editor, and we'll see here it says discussion. If we check the box beside where it says allow comments, this is going to add a comments box below the post. If you uncheck the box, it'll remove the comments box. Once we're happy with our post, we can just scroll up to the top and click Preview to preview our new post. So as you can see, our featured image appears at the start of our post. Then we have our text and our headings. And if we scroll down to the bottom, we'll also have this option to leave a reply. So your visitors can just click in this box, type their comment, and then click underneath where it says Post Comment. Once we're happy with our blog post, we can just close the preview. Then if we click Publish on the right hand side, and we visit our blog by clicking our blog title at the top, we'll see that our blog post now appears on our home page. So here's our featured image and the first 100 or so words of our post. We can then click on the title of the post and we'll be brought to the post itself. So I'm going to run through that process once more. So to add another blog post, we just head back to our dashboard. Then on the left hand side, click Posts. And up at the top, click Add New. We just give our post a title. So I'm going to call mine Another Great Blog Post. Then underneath in the main content area, we can just type or paste any text that we want to appear on our post. We can add heading text. We can add bold and italic text. Then to add our image to our post, we can just scroll down and on the bottom right, click Set Featured Image. Then Upload Files on the left, select Files in the middle, search for the image on your computer and click Open. Then we just add our title and alternative text for SEO and click Set Featured Image. Then we can add any tags or categories on the right hand side, and then up at the top we can preview our post to make sure everything looks good. Once we're happy with our post, we can close the preview. If we want the comments box underneath, we just need to make sure that the Allow Comments box is checked under where it says Discussion. Then up at the top, we can publish our post when we're done. Once our post has been published, we can either view the post by clicking View Post at the top, or else we can visit our home page by clicking our blog title at the top. As you can see, our newest blog post appears at the top, and we've got our new featured image and our excerpt. Then underneath, we have our other blog post with its featured image and its text. If we click into the newest blog post, we'll see that everything's live and it all looks good. So I'm going to do the same thing one last time, only this time I'm also going to show you how to embed a video from YouTube into your blog post. So we just need to head back over to the dashboard by clicking our blog title at the top, Posts on the left hand side, and then Add New up at the top. We give our post a title. Then underneath we can type or paste any text we want to appear on our post. Add any heading text that we want. We can check the box underneath to make the comments box show up, and we can set our featured image in the bottom right. I'm just going to use the same one as the first post for this example. We can set our title and alternative text for SEO and then click Set Featured Image. We can add our tags and our categories, and then we can preview our post to make sure everything looks good. Once we're happy with everything, we can add a video. And to do that, we just want to find the video we're going to add on YouTube, and then we're going to use what's known as the YouTube embed code to add the video. So I'm just going to close this preview and visit YouTube in a new window. Now I'm going to visit my channel. Then here I'm going to add my newest video to my blog post. So underneath my video, I just need to click here where it says share, and then underneath where it says embed. Now I'm going to right click and copy this code that appears in this box, which is known as the embed code. Once you've right clicked and copied the code, we can just head back over to our post. And now we're going to decide where in the post the video is going to be. So in this example, I'm going to add it underneath the first heading. So I'm just going to click here and hit return on my keyboard to take a new line. Now in the top right, if we change this from visual to text, we're going to see the HTML version of our post. So that's what the embed code from YouTube is. This is HTML. So to add this code to our post, we just need to find where we took a new line, which is represented by this line of code that says NBSP and then has the dashes after it. We just need to paste the embed code in after this and then change it back from text to visual. You'll now see this grey box appearing in the preview, and this grey box represents our video. Now if we scroll up to the top and click preview in the top right, we'll see we have our title and our image, then we have our heading, and now we've got our video. If we click play, this video will start to play. Then underneath we also have our comments box for our visitors to leave a reply. Then once we're happy with everything, we can just close the preview and publish our new post. And now when we visit our home page by clicking our blog title at the top, we'll see we now have 3 blog posts on our home page. And if we look in the sidebar, we'll see it now says recent posts, and our 3 different posts are appearing in the menu. Now we're just going to change the comments settings so that the comments box shows up for everyone. At the minute it's only showing up for us because we're logged in. So to change this so that non-logged in users can also leave comments, we just need to head back over to our dashboard. Then on the left hand side, click where it says settings, and underneath click discussion. Now you just want to check the box beside where it says allow people to post comments on new articles. Uncheck the box beside where it says users must be registered, and then check the box beside where it says comment author must fill out name and email. Now we just need to scroll down to the bottom and save our changes. And now that comments box is going to show up for everyone. Now one of the last things we're going to do is add some share buttons to our blog. To do that, we're going to install a plugin. So just head back over to your dashboard by clicking your blog title at the top. Then on the left, we just need to click plugins, and up at the top, click add new. The plugin we're going to be searching for is called Simple Share Buttons Adder. So just type that into the search bar at the top right. Simple Share Buttons Adder. Then just hit return to search, and it should be this first one here, and we can just click install now. Once it's installed, click activate plugin, and then on the left hand side we just want to click here where it says settings, and under that click share buttons. I recommend setting it so the share buttons show up on only your posts, so just check the box under where it says posts to change this from off to on. Then underneath, where it says placement, we can choose if we want our share buttons to appear after our post, before our post, or both. I normally set this to after, but really it's a personal preference. Then underneath, where it says share text, this is the text that you want to appear beside or above your share buttons. So you could just type something like, "Did you like this post? If so, please consider sharing it." Then underneath where it says networks, these are the actual share buttons that we want to show up on our blog. By default it's set to Facebook, Google+, Twitter and LinkedIn, but say for example you also wanted to add email, we can just click on this email icon and drag it down into the second row of icons. Then we could also add Pinterest and Tumblr. And once we're happy with our icons, we can also change the order they appear in just by clicking and dragging them into a different order. Once you're happy with your share buttons, just click the save icon on the top right to save our changes. Then if we scroll up to the top and click here where it says styling, we can change if we want to use one of the different image sets that they offer. But personally I think Simacro, which is what it's set to by default, suits this theme best. Then underneath where it says button size, 35, this is quite small. I recommend changing this to 55. And then underneath where it says share text, just change text placement from left to above. This is going to make your text appear above your share icons rather than beside it. Now if we click the save icon in the top right and we visit our blog by clicking our blog title at the top, we can click into one of our posts, and if we scroll down to the bottom, we'll now see these share buttons appear. It now says, did you like this post? If so, please consider sharing it. And then when one of your visitors click on one of the various buttons, it's going to recommend that they share it on that social page. We can also add these share buttons to our sidebar now. And to do that, we just need to head back over to our dashboard. Click Appearance on the left hand side, and then click Widgets underneath. We're now going to see that we have a new widget that says Share Buttons, and we can click and drag this into our sidebar. We can change the title or delete it altogether. Then underneath we just need to click Save, and if we visit our site, we'll see that the share buttons now appear in the sidebar. Now we should probably add one more just to make this look a bit better in the sidebar. So if we just go back over to our dashboard and click Settings on the left hand side and then Share Buttons underneath, we can click and drag one more icon into the second row. So I'll just click and drag Reddit in here and then save my changes. Now when we visit our blog, that looks a lot better. Now we're almost finished. I just want to show you one last thing, which is what to do if you make some changes and they don't show up. So if you make some changes to your blog and then you visit your blog and the changes don't show up right away, don't panic. 9 times out of 10, all you need to do is delete what's known as your website's cache. That's cache spelled C-A-C-H-E. To do that, we just need to install another plugin. So just head back over to our dashboard by clicking our blog title at the top, then click Plugins on the left hand side and Add New at the top. Then in the search bar on the top right, just type the letter W and the number 3. Then hit return on your keyboard, and it should be this first plugin called W3 Total Cache. Just click Install now, and once it's installed, click Activate Plugin. You'll now see up at the top the word Performance, and if you hover your mouse over it, we can now click Empty All Caches. So if you make some changes to your blog and they don't show up right away, just hover your mouse over where it says Performance and click Empty All Caches. 9 times out of 10, this is going to fix the problem and save you any hassle. Now that I've covered that, if we just open up our checklist, we'll see that we've created our custom menu. We've added our blog posts with text, images and video, and we've changed all of the different settings. If I just scroll down here, you'll see that the only thing left to do is congratulate yourself because you just finished creating your own self-hosted blog using WordPress. We have our different posts with text and images and video. Our visitors have the ability to leave a comment underneath. We have our sidebar looking good with our images and menus and text. We have these share buttons that appear in the sidebar and on our blog posts. We've got an About Me page with some text and an image. We have a contact page with some text and a link to our Facebook page and a form so our visitors can send us an email. We've also changed our site colors and our background. We've created a logo and a favicon or site icon up at the top, and everything's looking great. I really hope you found this video useful. Once again, my name's Marty from letsbuildwp.com. If you're watching this video on YouTube, please give the video a like to show some support and to show that you liked it, and feel free to leave a comment underneath. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel where I release WordPress tutorials like this one quite often. I really hope you liked this video, and thank you very much for watching.